Hi, and welcome to txTNationTV. This week it's all about the craziness coming from the CEOs.
Also the craziness from the FCC.
And it looks like we've got a website that will shut down your hard drive fairly quick. All that coming up.
Hi, and welcome to episode 60 of txTNationTV.
That's right.
The big 6-0 and 8 more will be able to retire. My name's Alan.
My name's Rusty G.
And we're going to start off with CEO problems. Well, I don't think CEOs have too many problems with the big buyouts and
paychecks.
Yeah,
and,
huge pensions. Yeah. We're not crying that much for them. But Groupon, Groupon, it's the daily deal website to give you deals off on food and services and things like that. Well, their CEO, Andrew Mason, was just replaced, not by one, but by two. So if I was Andrew, I'd be feeling pretty good. I'm kind of fat, but you didn't need to replace me with two people.
Yeah.
But apparently it took two people to replace him. So congratulations on that. I love that. You leave a job and it's take 5 people to replace you.
Yeah, it makes you feel a little bit better. I will say this, though. If you read some of his tweets and some of the stuff that was posted online that he put up, I think one of the jokes, one of the things he was quoted in saying was, "Hey guys, I just wanted to take time for my family, wanted to spend..." Nope, just kidding. They fired me. So...
Well, then he went off and said, Groupon's just a glorified mailing list. I mean, he just pretty much...
Yeah.
He's like me. He's not just going to burn the bridge. He's going to burn the entire building.
So
forget him. You don't need him.
Yeah. So the thing was, apparently he was supposed to meet a certain amount in sales or whatever.
You can't. Groupon cannot make a business money.
Yeah.
All I can do is take money away because, yeah, I can see... hey, we offer half off on car washes. That'll just bring you back to the car wash, and you'll tell other people about the car wash.
At the car wash. Sorry.
But that just totally threw me off. What was that? Where was I going? Oh yeah, it's not making businesses any money because it doesn't work. Yeah, you offer it off to get more traffic, but they never get more traffic. You keep seeing the same Groupons over and over because they're trying to recoup on what they lost on the last Groupon.
I will say that
it's only good for Groupon.
I will say this. I have dealt with some local businesses who have used it and spoke to some of their managers, and it is a bad deal for the business owner up front. You are basically throwing a gamble out there to try to see, can I get repeat traffic? And Groupon, I don't think is the way to go about doing that because there have been some older, tried and true things that still work a lot better. Flyers, handing things out. That's a little less expensive, maybe. I don't know. I'm not a full-on business owner, but I would think throwing a piece of paper. Somebody might throw it away, but hey, at least they got it in their hand. They might know your name now from previous. That's the reason why people make business cards.
Yeah.
Business cards are throwaway objects, but maybe that might get someone along the line. So Groupon is that other business opportunity, but does it work for everybody? I don't think so.
I don't know, but he'll land on his feet. I mean...
Oh, yeah, he'll be just fine.
Yeah.
He'll be just fine. Another CEO that we want to talk about this past week would be Marissa Mayer of Yahoo.
Who looks a lot better than the CEO of Groupon.
Son, yeah. You see that picture of her right there? Goodness gracious. He doesn't... wow. Good looking CEO. But what she has done...
You're fired.
And your screen went away.
Oh,
but what she made headlines because a few months back she just came back from having a kid, and I don't even think was gone the full 8 weeks that she's allowed by FMLA. And
yeah, the baby just came out, and she handed it a cell phone, and hey, get to work. We got things to do. Yahoo is what's their stock, like $6?
I don't even know. Look it up while we talk about this. So yeah, she made headlines a few months back because she basically stepped right in and said, "Look, we got to get back into doing this." And so now she's making headlines again, even to the point that the Virgin Mobile CEO Richard Branson has come out and even said, "Yeah, I don't think that's really good. We've made 6 steps backwards." What she has done is said, "Look, we're going to cut off all our remote workers. You're all going to come back into the flock. We want you back in the office. Remote working does not work. We're not going to do it." So stock prices for Yahoo?
Up.
Wow.
Up 2.98%, up to $21.94. That is actually a pretty good climb.
Yeah, so I mean, maybe not so bad, maybe good. I have to agree with Richard Branson. a lot of people work from home and they do better when they're at home or out on the beach or whatever, like he is, you know.
He owns the island. That's different when you own the island.
Well, maybe, but, you know, I think people, when they're more excited about work because they don't have to, you know, be on a timeline per se, I think being at home, maybe checking in to do work and doing a certain amount of work and then checking out and then going and doing something and then coming back checking. Maybe not doing a full straight-on 8-hour shift at home. You know, get up out of bed, get ready, do whatever, check in for a few hours, do some emails, do some stuff like that. Go back, you know, to doing whatever you will need to do and then come back in. Maybe an 8-hour spotted. Yeah, exactly. Spotted throughout the day, being able to, you know, do whatever. Not having to be tied to the office is a little bit more fun for some people. So cutting everybody off like that, I guarantee you there's a lot of people at Yahoo that are ticked. But, you know, we'll see what happens.
But their stock's going up, so that means that their profit sharing's going up.
We'll see what happens. So, enough of the CEOs. We do want to talk about somebody else that is in the news, who is a leader of his organization, which would be Julius Janikowski, and I almost got that wrong there. But this gentleman, we've talked about him before for previous things. He's been one of our, well, not really favorites because we haven't been around long enough to, you know, but he's been newsworthy, noteworthy in the things that he's done.
He's never fined us when we were on the radio, so that's good, because if you listen to some of Rusty's late night broadcast, there were some...
I cut off a lot of people and played the music that they wanted to hear and that I wanted to hear. But either way, this gentleman has been somebody, again, who's been newsworthy in the things that he does. There was a petition back in January that went up to the White House website, We the People, which many of you know about, and probably went and signed this petition, to let's look back at unlocking, because as of, January something or other, they said, or February something, you can no longer unlock phones on your own, you know. And then, where do you go with that?
Yeah, it's ridiculous you can't unlock phones on your own. Why not? I own it. It's in my hand right here. If I want to unlock it, I'll unlock it.
Yeah.
It's not like I can unlock my phone and then get free international phone calls.
Yeah, it's not
stealing cable.
It's not the Captain Crunch whistle for Steve Wise.
Yeah, it's not the blue box.
Yeah, so he is saying that it kind of hinders innovation and stuff like that. So I would like to say thank you very much for saying that, and you know, good for you, because let's show a picture right here of the Big Four. Yeah, so you see those Big Four. The problem is most of you don't know. I can't carry from AT&T to Verizon if I unlock my phone. So I'm happy the fact that he's saying let's look at unlocking, but you have to look at the technical background of what unlocking is. It's favorable for the customer, because if I get mad at Verizon and I say, screw you Verizon, I'm out, I'm taking my phone with me and I want to go somewhere else, and I want to go to T-Mobile, I can't do that. You know, unlocking in the basis is that I should be able to take my phone wherever I want to go with it, because I've paid for it, it's my device, like you said. It works great for GSM to GSM, aka if I wanted to go from AT&T to T-Mobile, works just fine. Now the radios are a little bit different. I can't use AT&T's 4G on T-Mobile's 4G because they're two completely different radio signals. So it's a little bit different, but you can still use the phone.
Yeah, you can still
So
make calls.
unlocking, in a sense, by definition, is wonderful for the consumer, but in the technical, jargon of how it all works, it doesn't always work the way you want it.
It shouldn't be punishable by law.
Yeah,
there's
and that's
enough room. There's not enough room in prison to lock us all up, because we've all unlocked.
Yeah, and that's the problem with it. Is Janikowski is also basing the fact that we now are putting a up to 5-year sentence on unlocking phones, and up to a $500,000 fine for unlocking a phone if you do it outside of the carrier doing it for you, which is stupid. Because, like he just said, we've been doing it for years, with Cydia on our iPhones. And I just recently switched to Android in the last 8 months. And, rooting an Android phone and unlocking it that way just as well. It's software-based. It's really all that it is. It's just a little toggle switch.
You're able to do it. If you don't want us to do it, make us not able to do it. But you can't, because it's a computer.
Exactly.
We're going to hack a computer. You just can't stop.
Yeah.
You can try. but you can't do it.
It's a cat and mouse game, and we will always win, basically.
If it can be programmed, then it can be programmed. I mean, you just got to look at it like that.
Yeah, so enough of the legalities, because again, Mega, we're behind you 100%. Kim.com, we're behind you. But one more legal story that we want to talk about. Actually, do we want to talk about that one, or we want to do the Phil? I think we'll do the other legal story first. Let's talk about that one before we get to the last one. Go tell us about this other legal story you were telling me about with audio something or other.
Well, I mean, it's somebody that's been suing a lot of people for a long time now. Personal Audio LLC is the name of the company. They haven't sold a device since like 1998. But what they are, they're patent trolls. And if you don't know what that is, that's, hey, that iPhone looks kind of cool. Has anybody patented that red stop button yet?
Oh, wow.
No? I'm going to create a patent for that red stop button. And as soon as they have a patent in hand, then they can sue you. I mean, they can go to court because now they have a liable, I guess, argument as of, well, I own the red stop button.
Yeah.
So, either give me all this money and then change it blue, or we're just going to keep asking for more money. So they're one of those companies that just try to feed on, that's how they make their money, is they just like find little areas of weaknesses and then they just pounce on it because the company is run by 3, what they call them, inventors.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Well, the good thing
if
about...
I can get it open here.
Yeah, I was going to say, the good thing about this is they didn't do what he just explained, per se. They didn't just run out and get this patent last month or 2 months ago. Apparently, they've had this patent for quite a while, is what you were telling me. Is that right?
Well, when I was reading it, it looked like it was 2009 is when it was filed.
Okay.
Well, this patent that we're talking about now for this story is podcasting.
Okay.
As you know, you can call us podcasters.
Based upon the definition, you can't call us podcasters, but
a lot of people would refer to anybody that pretty much records a
some sort of
show that can be downloaded, a podcast, even though we're streaming on YouTube. So you can't sue us. I mean, you can bring it on if you want to. You may get some debt.
Yeah.
But podcasters who have broadcasting companies that you're able to stream off their website or iTunes or
you can download their episodes through iTunes.
Yeah,
you can get through Stitcher. You can get through name every other friggin' podcast.
But yeah, the company is founded by Jim Logan, who calls himself a serial entrepreneur. Dan Gosling, the geek, I guess you could say, of the company, and Charles Call, a patent attorney.
And he's the patent troll.
Okay. Exactly. So they, in their reigns, they've got a patent attorney. So it's hard to argue with them when they get their claws in you, but they made the news for suing Adam Carolla's Ace Broadcasting Company. Adam Carolla's got plenty of podcasts out there, and also HowStuffWorks.com. They've also went after them as well with lawsuits. Now, I don't know all of what's going on in that litigation, or if they're working a settlement or what's going to do. From knowing Adam Carolla, he's not going to do anything.
Yeah.
He's just going to make fun of it until it goes away.
Yeah, and I'm sure that's the way it would. Just because, you look at Matt Inman of the Oatmeal, who made fun of the guy who was coming after him for suing for the stupid cartoons, and pretty much Matt Inman made fun of him on his website just as well. So yeah, I'm with you, and I'm sure Matt Inman's a great fan of Adam Carolla as well, because Adam Carolla's been doing podcasting since podcasting began. I'm pretty sure he was one of the first, if not, the inventor itself, so.
Yeah. Which is what they claimed. They claimed they invented the podcast with this patent.
Yeah.
And also playlist, which is how they sued Apple back in 2011.
Yeah.
And they won $8 million.
What?
From Apple.
What?
Yeah.
$8 million for...
Yeah, they got to be stopped. All the stupid patents really have to be stopped. And one guy who's actually starting a campaign on that he's on Shark Tank.
And from the studio audience,
Mark Cuban. Thank you. Mark Cuban's actually started a campaign. I think it's called the Stop Stupid Patents.
Yeah.
So hopefully, he gets more supporters on that. And be sure to look that up, check that out, and get behind it, because it's just going to keep on going.
Is Apple and Samsung on that list? Because there's always been for the last few years there's been a pissing match between those two. We did this.
Well, Apple, they're and Samsung, they're still in court. I've heard they got their Apple got their settlement down from like $1 billion down to like $518 million or something like that.
Yeah, which isn't too bad. And what's funny is, as we speak, Samsung is about to release, guess what?
The S4.
The wallet, which is the exact same thing as the friggin' Apple Passbook. There you go. It's the exact same thing. Does nobody innovate anymore? Is that all we do is just steal ideas? Not that I don't love Samsung, because I love my S3, and I'm pretty sure I'm going to love the S4, unless it doesn't have speakers on the front like the HTC One.
Or an IR blaster.
Exactly. So, but seriously, everybody's, let's innovate. Let's not argue, Let's bring it to the next level.
Yeah, where's my hologram?
Seriously. Well, I mean, there are holograms. They're just not...
It's not in my pocket.
Yeah, exactly. So... one last story before we get out of here. I wanted to do real quick because I saw this morning and I was like, wait, what? Check out the website filldisc.com. And I'm joking. Don't. Do not put it in if you want to look it up on somebody else's website, or you have a test machine that you can do this on, or just
the library.
Yeah, there you go. Check it out, filldisc.com. It basically does exactly what the title is. It fills up your hard disk as quick as it can, as much as it can. And the great thing about this is another reason why you should download Firefox. Because this website apparently gets cut off by Firefox and does not when under Apple's Safari, Google's Chrome, or Microsoft's Internet Explorer.
But we're still not telling you, even if you're on Firefox, to go to this website.
Yeah, don't.
We make no claims. I like to put the warning back up.
Yeah, so basically, I think some of the tests showed that like a MacBook Air with its solid-state hard drive, it writes fairly quick.
Yeah.
In 16 seconds, it wrote a full gig of junk data in the browser's cache. So it was crazy. And it all has to deal with HTML5 and how HTML5 works and the coding and everything. Some of the standards basically allows you to store data into the browser cache. And one of the examples that I read was if you're filling out a form and it goes to crash, that form can be refilled because your cache has already got that information in there. So I guess the standard sounded good, but someone's exploiting this, and so they're just trying to show you, hey, this is what can be done with this particular idea. So if you have Safari, Chrome, Internet Explorer, definitely stay away from the website. If you have Firefox, make sure you install it on a machine that you don't care about. Give it a shot, give it a try. But I just thought that story was funny.
Don't give it a shot or give it a try. Jesus, Rusty.
I just wanted to share that with you. So make sure you stay tuned with us all week long as we are not doing an episode. You can follow us on twitter.com/txtNationTV.
Friend us, facebook.com/txtNationTV.
If you're in the Google Plus world, gplus.to/txtNationTV.
All of our videos, youtube.com/txtNationTV.
I don't do the Pinterest thing, but he still takes care of it. Apparently, I haven't checked in a while. Pinterest.com/txtNationTV.
And everything, txtnation.tv.
Follow us, subscribe, comment, do whatever you can. Share us with your friends. Spread the word. We need more visitors, more likes, and everything of the sort.
And it's not just your text news for tech. We will make it our source for tech news.
That's right. We'll see you again for episode number 61.